Ashley used to be in the class singing. I wrote my first rap in the back of the class thinking, I'm feeling it, yeah. Feel alive, did you get feeling alive? If you feel it, raise your L in the sky. I remember selling my mixtape in high school. They was really kind of supportive at my school. I was selling cassette tapes for $5. I was making my own beats, I was beatboxing. Brown, brown sugar, that brown, brown, ayy. 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 Brown, brown sugar, that brown, brown, ayy.
What's up, everybody? It's a Monday after Thanksgiving, and we're back live with another episode, trying to keep these up a little bit more frequently. Gotta, mess with that Twitter algorithm. Not looking to gain more followers, just the right followers. Just in case you don't know, my name is Barry Cunningham. I am a real estate investor and developer down here in South Florida. And in case you didn't know, the real estate market down here is still and will be for the foreseeable future on fire. Let's discuss.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Every day I talk to investors, private investors, hard money guys, private equity guys that are looking to place deals down here in South Florida, looking to get involved. And I even talk to people in my family who can't seem to understand how nuts the market is down here. Absolutely nuts. And then we have our president go on TV talking about the Omicron, the Schmoricron, the moronic Omicron, and then you get people down here like, what are you talking about? We're living life normal. We're living life full. And the real estate market is reflecting that right now, reflecting it right now. I love to see what's going on. And I think now people are understanding that the market down here is going to be like this for the foreseeable future. I've got a quick video to play. It's basically a story on CNBC talking about the national market. Then I'm going to break it down to the local market, and we're going to talk about this a little bit. So let's go ahead and go through this video.
And America's housing market typically cools off into winter, but this year could be different. New data appears to show some mixed signals on where buyers are turning right now. CNBC's Diana Olick covers the real estate market for us. Diana?
Well, Kelly, we just got some surprising numbers on mortgage demand that could point to a holiday season surge in home sales. Mortgage applications to buy.
Okay, right there. I just want to stop. They seem to be surprised by this data, that there's going to be a surge. Normally the winter months are the slow months. I don't know if they turn to their other news channels and look. That even though it's cooler down here in South Florida, I've got a sweatshirt on here today because it was a brisk 62 or 63, which I know to some of you guys is like balmy, but it was actually cold down here for us. And she's right. This market is still taking off.
A home jumped 5% compared with the previous week, and that's the third straight week of gains despite rising interest rates. Take a look. The average on the popular 30-year fixed has been increasing since the end of August, although it did drop off a little.
So mortgage rates are still going up. And if you just know the immutable laws of supply and demand, there's plenty of money out there. but the yields are so low that now we're seeing, with all the manipulation with the Fed and everything else, that, mortgage rates, look at that chart. They're up and down. They've got a trend line mostly up, but we're still talking about 3.24% for the prime rate. Let's listen to more what she has to say.
Today on the news of that COVID variant. Even with that rise, a new report showed sales of previously owned homes in October rose slightly. Analysts thought it would drop. Important to note, those are based on signed contracts in August and December. Now,
Whoa. What analyst is Diana talking to that think that sales were going to drop? I don't know, because down here, and I don't mean a few, every single indicator shows a complete 45-degree chart line still happening, both with the rentals and with single-family home resale properties.
Was the report we got on sales of newly built homes, which are measured by signed contracts. So that is people out shopping and signing deals in October. And those dropped pretty sharply. Some of that may be due, though, to builders slowing sales because of supply chain and...
Bingo. Of course. I don't know if any of you guys have priced out what a new roof would cost. I hear now that windows are being delayed in terms of delivery. There are so many parts of the new construction puzzle that are being held in hostage by this supply chain BS. I mean, it's absolutely nuts.
Labor issues. They want to deliver the homes on time, but they're just not sure that they can do that right now. Now, the pullback may also be due to sky-high prices for new homes, up over 17% from a year ago.
Well, what'd she say? Should I rewind that for you? You want to hear that again? Focus in here. Listen.
For new homes, up over 17% from a year ago.
Yeah, she said 17%. Now, that's not even, it's close to what's going on down here in South Florida, but still 17% year over year. Yeah, there's a lot of money that needs to be put out on the street to take advantage of that. Let's continue.
Plus, builders just aren't offering entry-level homes these days. All right, so where does that leave us?
So that's another one. And not everyone. I get a lot of people who talk to me, who tweet at me and say, Barry, why aren't you doing more affordable housing? Yeah, that's not really going to happen down here in South Florida anytime soon. The luxury market on the east coast of South Florida, I'd say basically everything east of I-95, especially as you get closer to the intercoastal and the ocean, those prices are sky high.
Redfin is reporting that after a slight October cooling, they are seeing more buyers in the first week of November. That would align with that rising demand for mortgages from buyers. Unfortunately, though, for all that demand is a continued low supply, and December is not exactly a hot month for sellers.
Exactly. It's a low supply. If you just read between the lines, this is very simple economics. You've got high demand, continuing high demand, and a lower supply. That's the math. That is basic economics 101 for surge in pricing.
To list their homes for sale. Kelly?
Although I do see a lot of signs out. You're right, this time of year. So given higher mortgage rates, Diana, are we seeing any easing up yet on home prices?
Yeah, short answer is not yet, but that may be coming. Now, we get another read on prices next week, and given the drop back in sales of those newly built homes, we could see some prices pull back there. The one thing...
Yeah, not so much. Not so much at all. We're not going to see that. Maybe with some of those stick-built homes that she's talking about up north, but I don't know when this piece came out today. It came out today. Did it come out before Biden hit the podium or after? I'm not sure. But all I know is that the phones keep ringing, the DMs keep being published, the emails keep coming because people want out of the Northeast. And if you have the wherewithal to get out, If you have the resources to buy cash, down here's cash. If you have the cash to buy, now is the time for you to be doing it. Let's hear the end of what she has to say, just so you understand what I'm saying.
Though that's standing in the way is investors. They're making up a growing share of home buyers and all cash home buyers at that. They are keeping a floor under those high prices because they also.
Did you catch that? Do I need to replay that? Maybe let me just see something.
Really high
let me see if I just back that up.
Share of home
and
buyers and all cash.
Hold on. Let me just hear this. I think you need to focus on that.
There. The one thing though that's standing in the way is investors. They're making up a growing share of home buyers and all cash home buyers at that. They are keeping a floor under those high prices because they also see really high rents in their future. Callie,
That's not going to.
Really high rents, cash buyers. Don't hate the players. Don't hate the players that are out there making it happen. The only thing that stops us from making more money, both for ourselves and our partners, is the availability of a cash infusion. If somebody wanted to put out a couple $1,000,000 tomorrow, we would get them the properties. We would get those properties at cash flow if they want to do a rental. We get those properties if they're looking to hold and then turn, once they're renovated. We've got the GCs in place, and I'm not alone. I know there's a bunch of people down here doing that. And so don't hate us. Join us. Put some cash out. Talk to you in a second.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Yeah, that's me. So if you want to get involved in a deal, please feel free to go ahead and give me a call. I'd like to talk to you. Like I said, the only thing limiting the ability to make more money down here in South Florida is the availability of cash to buy and renovate and rent out as many properties as possible. So let me give you some more background on this, just in case you weren't aware. This article today came out, and it was posted by the Florida Board of Realtors. And the Florida Board of Realtors comes out with these articles, and it gives information. A lot of it's nationally based, but it gives some information. Here it says single family rental demand, quote, through the roof. It's absolutely nuts in terms of the single family rental. This guy says, he made a tidy profit when he sold his 1,800 square foot home in Idaho. If he could have held out for another 3 months, probably could have gotten another $40,000 out of his house. But instead of buying a bigger home, the couple decided to rent a new home, family home for $2,100 a month. So, I could go through all these things, but you have to understand houses down here that are renovated, that look good, that present themselves well, are off the market like that. You post a listing, you call for a few realtors, and they're gone. Reason being, the market at this point on the east side here in Boca, and east side of Fort Lauderdale and Point South, a decent sized home. I'm not talking mansion. We're talking about a 1,500 to 2,000 square foot home is going for $5,000, $6,000 a month. If you have a house like that with a pool, you might get $6,500 and $7,000 a month. And we're talking about a 1,500 square foot home. We're not talking about the McMansions. Those things are getting $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 a month. It's insane the amount of money that's coming down from up north. And thank God for Governor DeSantis. I don't care what the cult of death personality is calling him. He is doing a remarkable job, and he's keeping us above water and allowing us to thrive down here in South Florida. And if there wasn't a demand, it wouldn't be happening. It's amazing, when you look at some of this stuff, and it says here from the National Board of Realtors, Let's take a look at it. It says the U.S. has built 5.5 fewer homes in the past 20 years compared with long-term historical levels. 5.5 million fewer homes than historical levels in the last 20 years. That means there are less places to live and still ongoing demand. Even with the pandemic down here in South Florida, things are nuts. And I'm pretty sure you look around in almost every area, I'm not sure about some of the places up north, you're going to see similar migration of people moving into South Carolina, into Virginia, into Georgia, into Texas. They're getting out of those areas you know about up north, and they're coming south. I hope they leave their political feelings back home where they came from, because down here in the free state of Florida, we are prospering. We are making money. We will continue to make money as long as this oppressive government wants to push this BS socialist type things on us. People will naturally push back. We don't wear masks down here. I don't know how many people are vaccinated. I walk into a store, a few people have masks on, very few. Went to the movies the other day with my wife over Thanksgiving, no mask. Good movie, by the way. We saw Ghostbusters. Went to dinner, no masks. Packed restaurants, packed movie theaters, packed concerts, and people are spending money and they're enjoying life. When's the last time you've enjoyed life? When's the last time you felt really comfortable just being out amongst people and enjoying life? That's every day down here. I have family and friends that come to South Florida and they're amazed at what we're doing. I mean, just shocked. And I'm shocked that they're shocked. I can't imagine how they're living in some of these areas. My sisters live in Connecticut and they tell me, obviously it's colder up there now, but you can't really have fun. Fun has been erased. Not here in South Florida. Nope. We're having fun. We're enjoying it. And we've got a governor that's going to protect it. But here's a local story. And I'm going to close with this story here because it says it all. And it says, home prices shoot up by as much as 19%, and the big demand makes it very difficult for buyers to win. Home prices in South Florida continue to rise, with the market expected to grow even more competitive as the winter season starts. Even more competitive. It's not slowing down. And trust me, this is a very liberal rag down here in South Florida. If they could diminish things, if they could say it's not well, they would, but they can't. They can't do it because it's not true. People are flocking to South Florida. So according to statistics released by the Broward, Palm Beaches, and St. Lucie realtors, for the month of October, median sale price rose 19% year over year in Palm Beach. Boca is in Palm Beach. 17.8% in Broward, and then Miami-Dade had 12.6% rise in home prices. Think about that. If you can put $500, $600, $1 million out and make 18, 19, 20% cash on cash return, would you do it? Yeah. And that's what people are doing here. Exactly. So let's go further. So we go down this article some more. It says winter is South Florida's busiest time of the year as snowbirds migrate south. Yeah, absolutely. This is where they come to stay during the winter time. Additionally, people are becoming more comfortable with traveling, and the federal government eased pandemic-related international transit restrictions as well. So what that means is Canadians, people from South America, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Colombia are coming into South Florida, and they're bringing their money with them. They're bringing their cash, and they want to be a part of the safest economy in the world, which is still the United States. So you Argentinians, you Chileans, you Colombians who want to park some money in and have it safe away from a dictatorial government for now, you should be looking at putting money in the South Florida real estate market. No doubt you should be looking at doing that. So let's continue. It says, it's becoming a same old story, and I'm not sure that people are really grasping this down here. I'm going to say it again, but I'm just going to read it. Record low inventory numbers will play a significant role in driving up prices, as there are many more buyers than homes available. The sheer demand is extraordinary, and there are likely to be more buyers competing for the same house than ever before, driving prices higher. That's pretty simple, people. What's going on down here in South Florida? An overwhelming demand, a shortage of supply, pushing the prices higher, both for people who want to purchase, and it just provides for an amazing opportunity for those who invest in South Florida. I'm looking for people who want to come down here and live. I can probably find you a place. We can go look at renovating something and custom renovation. And more importantly, I'm looking for investors who want to put some money out. If you want to put some money out and see what a 20% cash on cash return here in South Florida is going to be like, go ahead and give me a call. But in any event, this doesn't look like it's subsiding anytime soon. Doesn't look like we're going to see any sort of bubble bursting. We're not going to see any kind of slide. And you can pretty much dictate that. As long as the powers that be keep chirping about variants and lockdowns and restrictions and the supply chains and talk about closing businesses, you are going to continue to see people flee and flock to South Florida. Can't really blame them, can you? I mean, seriously, would you be blaming anybody if they decided they wanted to get out and live down here? No. I mean, it is what it is, and it's going to continue. And I think we all have to understand that's not a bad thing. I get a lot of hate on Twitter, a lot of hate for people because of the capitalistic nature of what I say in these videos and what I promote, which is living life to the fullest, not worrying about affordable housing, making money, earning a profit, delivering a stellar product, making sure investors are paid, making sure people who buy these homes or rent these homes are more than satisfied. They're exuberant about what they're getting, this final product. There's nothing to be ashamed of when you can do that. When you can give people what they want at a price they can afford, I don't apologize for that. You know, the rumor about Nancy Pelosi buying a $25 million house up in Jupiter. Hey, if that's what Nancy wants, I'm not the one who's been hoodwinked. I know what Jupiter Island is like. Go for it, Nance. We know the deal. I know you denied it. Said it's not you. But we'll see real soon. So anyway, that's it for tonight. It's gone about 30 minutes or so beyond. We're not 30 minutes beyond, but I've gone for about 30 minutes, and I don't want to hold anybody up. I just hope you get some value out of this stuff and understand what's going on down here in South Florida. I will talk to you very soon.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.